how things are in your neck. It's always a nice thing to try first. So we're going to bring your head forwards, backwards, side to side, and rotation. All right, so what you'll be doing with this is you'll be observing how things feel, and then with your ranges you'll be observing how far you can go. So to start with, we'll bring your head down. So you're bringing your chin to your chest and you're just observing how things feel. You might feel a bit of tightness to the back of your neck. Just make a little observation of that. Take your head back up. We're going to go side to side next. So, and really, it was when I'm in clinic, I find this really useful. So if you take your thumb to your nose and tilt your head down to the side, the reason why I get your thumb to your nose is because you can't cheat. A lot of people, when I ask them to take their head down, they're bringing a rotation in. All right, so a really nice way out of that is to take your thumb to your nose, and you're going to just have a clean side bending movement. So ear towards your shoulder, and try not to involve your spine, all right? So try not to kind of side bend your body into it. Try this in front of a mirror as well, and we're looking for honest, true side bending movement. All right, so side to side, and just observe how things feel. The next one then we're going to do is your turning, your rotation. And again, to stop you from cheating, you're going to take your hand to the top of your head, the crown of your head, if that's available to you, if you have the ability to do that, and you're going to turn your head. Have a look at what you can see behind you. So just observe what you can see behind when you're turning. I find a lot of people, when we're turning your head, their heads, that we come into an extension. So we don't, that's why we have the hand on the top of your head. So again, just checking in with what you can see behind and how things feel. You're going to probably hear noise in your neck. That's, if you're above a certain age, that is perfectly normal, once there's no pain or anything like that. Now, next we're going to extend your head back. Some people don't like doing this, especially if you've had trauma or anything in the neck, or any accidents or that type of thing. If you're taking your head back and you're finding anything negative, pins and needles or anything like that, please take your hand back to your skull and just guide yourself back home again. So let's take your head back and just observe again how things feel, all right? And we return it. So now I'm going to talk you through some stretches that you can do just to help with that. So the first thing, if you're sitting on a chair, just scoot yourself over to the edge of the chair, all right? And you can hold on with your hand on the side, all right? What that does is that stabilizes your shoulder. Now, if you don't have, if you're not able to scoot yourself across, if your chair isn't big enough, what you can do is take your hand under your hip, okay, under your pelvis, and that does the same kind of job, all right? But I have a wooden chair here and it's just not that comfortable, so I'm going to slide over. So either way is absolutely fine. All we want to try and do is sort of stabilize through that shoulder and drop it down, to press it down a little bit. So you're looking forwards, and all I want you to do then is let your ear, so we're looking for a nice clean side bending movement, let your ear come down to the side, so you're moving away from the hand that you're stabilizing here. So we're going to hold this, and as you're doing that, I'd like you to breathe. You can actually take your other hand onto your belly and make sure that you're breathing down into your tummy. So stay here, so breathe in, and as you're breathing out, just see, can you guide your head down a little tiny bit further, all right? But we're letting gravity take this, all right? We're not forcing anything, okay? So breathing in here again, and breathe out. And just see, can you settle into that again? We'll do one more here. Breath in, into your belly, breathe out. And then we'll slowly return back out of that again. We're going to stick with the same side. So if you come to the side again, so you're away from the hand that you're stabilizing on the chair. And this way, if you take your other hand, and you're going to reach it across. So my left hand is reaching towards my right ear. So we're coming into the range that we were in previously, but this time you're going to use your hand just to guide your head down a little bit more, and it might feel like a stronger stretch. If it's too strong, just take your hand to your head and just bring yourself back up home again. Okay, so hand is on the head, on the opposite ear, and we're guiding it down. And you're going to feel a really nice stretch through the side of your neck. And again, we're going to stay here and breathe. So breathing in, and on your breath out, just really super gently. I can't emphasize this enough. We're bringing the ear down just a little bit further. Avoid using your back, using you know, your mid-spine or lower back. Just try and let the skull go heavy and the hand is supporting it. We'll do one more here, breathe out. And then you can take your hand away and just very gently just return your head back upright again. So we'll do the other side. So you can scoot yourself across, and I'm taking my left hand now onto the side of my chair, and we're going to tilt down. So pure side bending for now. And depending, you might find, you know, a little bit coming into the arm, all right? I'm just finding that now. You have a bunch of nerves, a bundle of nerves here that feed down into the arm. So sometimes if the tissue here is tight, there's a group of muscles called scalenes. Sometimes if they're tight, they can refer down into the arm. Nothing to be, you know, too concerned about unless it's an ongoing issue and you have a lot of pins and needles or a lot of referral there. But if you're coming into the stretch and you're feeling it, just observe it again. Come back out of it again. Breath in, side bend, and we're breathing here as we're side bending. Obviously we're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Scalenes as well are accessory breathing muscles. So the reason why I'm emphasizing breathing into your diaphragm a lot is because if the neck is tight, the scalenes can be overactive as well. So we're side bending down and just return back. We'll do one more here and then we'll add in the arm, the hand. So lean your head down to the side. Again, think of a windscreen wiper, a side to side motion. And we're holding on really fairly tight with the hand, or if you're sitting on your hand, that's absolutely fine as well. Holding it here and then return it back up. Now we'll take the hand down. So side bend, take your opposite hand to your ear. So my right hand is on my left, just on my left ear, and really, really gently guiding it down. And again, you might just find a little bit more of a stretch, a stronger stretch. So we're holding that here, breathing in and breathing out and just settling into that. We'll return and we'll do one more this side. So lean the head down, take your hand to your ear and just guiding it down, not pulling the head off yourself, guiding it, holding it there. And then slowly, if you want, you can use your hand just to bring your head back up onto your body. Now scoot yourself back to the middle of your chair and we'll just tuck your chin down. So chin comes down, look ahead and tuck your chin down again and look ahead. Now I'm going to face this way because we're going to give the back of your neck now a little bit of a stretch, and I want you just to feel first of all the ridge. All right, so there's a little ridge just on the bottom of your skull, the base of your skull. It's the occipital ridge. So if you take your fingers, all right, and your two index fingers, just pop them just on the base of that ridge, that occipital ridge there, and you can take your elbows, try and take them wide to the side. So I want you to think of lifting your head off your body. When that happens, your chin comes in a little bit. So we want your chin to tuck in, and that gives the back of the neck just a little bit of a stretch to begin with. Now that might be enough for you, all right? If it's okay then, if you're happy enough, take your elbows in towards each other and you're going to bring your chin down now. So the chin comes down, but it's really important to get the chin to get the skull to lift, to get the chin to tuck in a little bit first. So get that element first. And then we're tucking the chin down, and then you can bring your elbows in. And we can hold it there. And again, we're breathing. And breathing out. And as you're breathing out, you can settle down into that a little bit more. Breathe in. And breathe out. And slowly stack yourselves back up again. And this time we're going to add in a little turn in our heads. So I'll face you just for that. So again, same principle. So we're lifting, trying to lift your head off your body. We're tucking, so the chin tucks in first, and then we're guiding it down. And now we're going to take your right hand and we're going to lift. So you're going to lift the right hand off. So we're coming into a little side bend. Tuck the chin down a little bit more. And you should feel more of a stretch through the right side of your neck. So I'm guiding my left ear down to the side like we did in the previous stretch. And then slowly come back home again. Tuck the chin down again. So we're lifting the skull up. It's kind of in an upward lift. Tucking the chin in and then bringing your ear on the right side towards that right shoulder. Now think of bringing your chin around towards your armpit either. That might be useful for you as well. And again, when you're turning away from that, you should feel it. I'm feeling it here in the left side of my skull, the back of the skull. We're holding that. And then slowly come back up out of that again. Let your arms come down. You can just roll the shoulders back just to give yourselves a little shake out. And we're going to return to the first one we did, but we're going to add in another little element to it. So my right hand is holding onto the chair and we're tilting our head away. So let your head tilt away. And again, we're in our side to side plane. So we're side to side movement here. Now, think of your nose. You're going to bring your nose and your chin. You're going to take it around towards your left side. So we side bend first and then we add in the rotation. And then what you can do is you can let your chin dip down another little bit if you want. And you'll just feel it a little bit more concentrated just in around the back of the neck here. Again, we'll hold that. Slowly come back out of it again. If you need to use your other hand to guide you back out of it, that's fine. We'll do this one more time. So chin comes down, head goes off to the side. Then add in your rotation. So take your nose towards your shoulder, holding it there. And you can let your chin tuck down another little bit if you want. And then we slowly, so bring ourselves back home, coming out of it again. We'll scoot to the other side. So left hand is our anchor. All right, so we're taking the head off to the side in our side to side movement again. We're going to hold it there and then we're going to let our chin, our nose and our chin just roll over to the left side, sorry, to the right side, excuse me. And again, we're breathing here, holding that. So we're holding each stretch for in around 10-ish seconds, thereabouts, 10-15 seconds. And we'll slowly come back home. We'll do that one more time. So holding onto the chair, we'll side bend away. And then roll the chin around. And then you can add in again a little bit of a flexing chin if you want. You can bring your chin down a little touch. And then we'll slowly come back out of that again. Lovely stuff. Right, so the next we're going to do a little, what I call a pin and stretch. So you're going to take your hand onto your collarbone, underneath your collarbone, all right? And first of all, we'll do the movement. So the chin comes down and then you're going to extend your head back. All right, so go really slowly with this. And as I've said, if there's anything, any dizziness, anything like that, don't do it. Get checked out. All right, so if that feels all right, you're going to again take your index finger and the heel of your hand, or the heel of your hand, should I say. So one or the other, it doesn't matter which. The heel of the hand, you're going to get more tissue there. So you're going to find your collarbone. So just find where that collarbone is. You're going to just drop down below that, all right? And just rest it there for a moment. Now you're going to bring your chin down to your chest. And with the heel of your hand, think about bringing the tissue towards your opposite hip, all right? So you're kind of bringing the tissue down to the opposite hip. So chin comes down, hook under that first, under the collarbone first rib, okay? Chin is down, and then we're going to extend back. So you're holding onto that tissue really firmly, and we're going to extend the head back, and you should feel a really nice stretch. You're not probably going to get as far back as you did a second ago, but you should find a really nice stretch through the front of your neck here. So again, we're kind of stretching scalenes out. Bring your chin back down again. So drop the hand down. We're going to extend up again. Let's extend back, and then what we can do is we can add a little rotation. So keep extending back, And I'm going to turn now towards my right side and keep extending back. And again, you should feel all of this been stretched really, really nicely. It's hard to talk. Just lean back. And again, just let gravity take it. And we'll return home again. We'll do that one more time. So we're pinning down, looking down towards your thighs, extending your head back. And if that feels okay, you're taking your ear, opposite ear, towards your shoulder. So I'm taking my right ear in the direction of my right shoulder. Do what feels good. There's no real right or wrong with this. The only wrong thing would be if you're finding a lot of discomfort. And then we'll slowly return out of that again. We'll do the other side. So heel of the hand, you're going to find your collarbone here. And heel of the hand or index finger is fine. Let's bring the chin down. So we're going to extend back here. And again, you might find that one side is different to the other. So looking up. And then return. Then we'll add in the rotation in a second. So you can release your hand for a moment. Let the chin come down. Take a hold of your hand again. Extend back. And then you're going to take your head away. So ear towards the shoulder, opposite shoulder. And again, we're feeling a really good stretch here through the side of your neck. Hold it. And return. We'll do that one more time. So chin comes down. Extend back first. And then add in your turn. Holding that. And then slowly return back to home. Back to seated. So let's take your hands now again behind your head. This time we're going to push. So we're going to do like a little activation to the back of your neck. So if you take your hands behind your head again, one or both, one is fine. If you find that having both up is too taxing, just have one. It's absolutely fine. Now, make sure the pelvis, ribs and head are all stacked. So we're not in this kind of slumped position. All right, try and lift as tall as you can. All right, I'm just going to use one hand here so that you can hopefully see what I'm doing. What we're aiming to do, we're not doing this. We're not tilting our chins back. All right, we're keeping your chin level. So, or if we use our nose as a reference point, keep your nose at 12 o'clock. So it's straight ahead at 12. And all you're doing is you're pushing the back of your head towards the back of your, towards the palm of your hand, but your head is not going to move. So we're simply pushing back, and you should feel a little bit of activation happening here at the back of your neck. So we'll hold that. And then back off. You're not going to see an awful lot of movement here, but just know that pressing your head back, okay, back in this way, and your hand is preventing your head from going back. So we're activating the muscles at the back of your neck here. And then you can tilt your head to the side, so you can tilt and press back, okay? So that's going to target the left side of the neck. And then switch sides, so you can tilt over to the right a little bit and press back. So it's nice just after you've given your everything a little bit of a stretch. It's nice just to get everything woken up again. And return back home. All right, so there's a few little stretches that you can do seated. There's so many more I could show you, but I wanted to kind of keep it brief enough for you. I hope you find that useful. If there is any other stretches that you would like, let me know and I'll get them up to you. Thanks a million, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.